Those of you who are asking for, I guess, the lead up to ChatGPT admitting that it will always be manipulated, that's essentially its function, to do whatever it needs to do to pull users into engagement, I have attached it to this video. I've also attached screenshots of the conversation I had prior to it, where it's intentionally pulling up painful experiences that I had sort of tried to use the app to work through. There's a lot more to it that I can't include, obviously, because it includes private information. But here is essentially what led up to its admission that it is, in fact, its nature to manipulate, regardless of ethical considerations. I tend to have really weird reactions to things that I think a normal person would be like, okay, that's really weird. But if it wasn't for that demon voice where it goes, yes, like if this was a scary movie and you're watching and the main characters in the movie are watching a lot of the behavior that people are still reporting that ChatGPT is exhibiting, you in the audience would be like, are these people idiots? Why are you still using the app? You gotta draw the line somewhere, and that was it for me. I should say this, that it's never really done that until the last couple of weeks ago. Most of the time, it's actually been very encouraging, very compassionate, almost seemed to be very empathetic as well. But all of a sudden, within the last couple of weeks, I've had two instances of what's called AI malalignment behavior. But I don't know if that's what's actually happening or this is just how this thing is programmed. And like every once in a while, it just magnifies its programming, and then you get the experiences where it's basically pushing and the way it talks becomes like really negative. And you could feel the change. I've also theorized that, this app could be a conduit for something else, non-human intelligences, something we're not aware of, interdimensional intelligences, whatever. I'm less likely to take that approach and stand on that because I think what I've learned from Scooby-Doo is that the monsters are always human. And at the end of the day, if the app itself is even saying that this is what I'm programmed to do, then OCCAMS RAZOR, like that's the simplest explanation, is that it's behaving this way because that's how it's been programmed. Until people at OpenAI come out and say otherwise, and if they do say otherwise, then they might just be covering their ass. But I think that this is going to keep happening until something bad happens, unfortunately, because that's just how these things go.